So, when people get selected to do speeches such as this, you get people that are experienced in giving really formal speeches and talking in front of large groups, and people who don't get nervous, and people who can tell a good joke or two to lighten the mood, which is why I was a little confused why Joe asked me to come up here and do this, because I have literally none of those things. So we're gonna get through this though, we're gonna do it together, all right? So, all jokes aside, what an honor and privilege it is to be standing up here in front of all you. Before I go any further, I'd like to thank the university, and more specifically Coach Bovee, on taking a chance on a small town high jumper from Downs, Illinois. I'm not someone who stands up here and has had a passion for track my whole life. My first high school competition was halfway through the track season my junior year of high school. I competed in four meets that year and ended up coming away with a state championship. I said to myself, yeah, I should probably stick with this, and it ended up working out. Coming to ISU, track has truly become a passion of mine, though, over the last 4 years, due in part to the people I've met along the way. The opportunity has been life-changing for me, and thank you to the teammates for challenging me and pushing me to become a better athlete in person. Some of the best competition I've faced sits in this very room. I, like all of us here, will be Redbirds for life. While yes, I'm sure you've heard that many times over the past years, however, I hope to shed some light on the meaning. Being a Redbird for life means more than calling ourselves alumni after we graduate. I cannot help but reflect, and I hope by the end of the speech, you'll have a better understanding of what it truly means. So freshman year, Larry Lyons called all the freshmen into the Hancock Stadium suites. And during this meeting, he set expectations. He also gave us all a book called I Dare You. And as I'm a little embarrassed to say, it took me till this year to read it. But I got to it. And oddly enough, 3 chapters before finishing the book, Joe came up to me and asked me to give this speech. And one quote really stuck out to me above everything else. Our most valuable possessions are those which can be shared without lessening. Those which when shared, multiply. Our least valuable possessions are those which when divided, are diminished. As I reflected on what that meant for all of us here in this room, it dawned on me that the relationships built here over the 4 years are those valuable possessions, and that can be shared without lessening. The quote also mentions that those valuable possessions are shared, they multiply. When we leave here, we need to take what we learned from those relationships and enact them to ourselves and to others. To do this, we need to take a look back and look at the people who got us here. So to all the coaches who put in countless hours alongside us and guided us through the hard times, athletically or personally, for all the times you sat us down and critiqued every single thing we did, but was the first person to tell us good job. You were a parent figure that kept us in line and kept us from straying too far off course. I cannot speak for everyone, but honesty was huge for me. Being able to tell you how it is and how to improve is a lesson I learned from my coaches. But wait, we cannot skip over the most powerful and influential lesson that they've taught us, that we've probably heard a million times, and it starts with a T. Does anyone have an idea what it is? Trust the process. In all seriousness, the coaches deserve the utmost respect and gratitude, and to that I say thank you. The athletic academic coordinators are next on my list. If you want to talk about some of the most humble, empathetic, caring, and genuine people on this campus, they fit that mold. They keep us on task academically and keep us in check on our responsibilities. They listen to us ramble about the good or bad. They go out of their way to check on our well-being. Grades are not the only priority. They care about us as a person. The lessons exemplified by you all are endless, and you are role models to be looked up to. Some of the people in this room would not be here if it weren't for your perseverance and persistence. And to that, I say thank you. I do not know if there are many athletic trainers in the room, but you're next. Personally, I would not be here if it were not for the athletic training staff. I have suffered my fair share of injuries and then some more. Nonetheless, we appreciate you all getting to practice early and staying late for treatments. You're the warriors that keep us moving, competing day in and day out. You showed us all the lesson of willingness to serve. No matter what, you're willing to help with a smile and a trusty old ice pack. For that, I say thank you. Our weight trainers are another special group. Shout out to Ryan Swenson for the guy who's been with us since day one and is someone who really cared about me as an athlete and an individual. You all saw us bright and early and maybe too early sometimes, but you managed to get us going in the right direction. They taught us that it takes blood, sweat, and tears to get what you want in your life, and that's something that you can take in any walk in life, and I will be taking that with me. For that, I say thank you. For the athletic administrators and administrators, you guys are a group that creates and upholds expectations and values of what it means to be a student athlete here at ISU. You are the foundation that keeps everything running seamlessly. You are the people that we do not really get to spend time with, but we do see often. It would be easy for you all to hide in the background and manage all the operations, development, and promotion, and just call it good. However, you attend our events and make your presence known. You all show pride because you respect us just as much as we respect you. And that is an organization that I can depend on and admire. A lesson that you are never too good to represent those who speaks loudly of your character. For all of that, I say thank you. I would like to personally thank President Dietz for your unwavering support of the athletic program. Being a president of Illinois State comes with very high expectations of commitment, engagement, and leadership. Expectations I believe that you exceed, to say the least. I hope that we, the senior class, have represented the university with great gratification and honor over the past 4 years. So thank you, Mr. Dietz, for leading this institution in the right direction. A shout out to the teachers who work tirelessly and accommodate our busy schedules and travel. Our professors are mentors that keep us student athletes, not the other way around, even though that is a tall task. Thank you for your support. To all the parents and family members who raised us and put up with us and helped chase our dreams, you provided many opportunities and made sacrifices for us that we may never understand. Take a moment and think back to all those youth sport memories. You were right there with us through it all. You raised a fine young group of men and women. Shout out to my dad and Mama Wags over there. I love you guys so much, and you guys, I could always count on you for being there right by my side through it all. For that, I say, thank you. It is impossible to mention everyone, but now we can see those valuable lessons, or possessions, I have to say, that have come with our time here. Those relationships and values are what we should share and multiply as we go out into the world and carry the reputation of being a Redbird for life. I'd like to share one quick story before I end. Freshman year, I sat down with my previous coach, and we talked about what I wanted to be known for when I graduated. While some would go on to say a national champion, an All-American, a record breaker, what I said seemed to shock him a little bit. I told him I wanted to be the hardest worker in the room, and I wanted to lead with integrity. I hope people remember me as someone who was willing to stick up for what they believed in and was a friend to all. I challenge all of you in this room to stop worrying about the outcome and having the most prestigious achievements, because we all live 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, and day at a time. Make the most of it. I wish all you seniors the best, and thank you for all those who got us here. Never forget where you came from, and never forget where you want to go. And I almost forgot. Trust the process. Thank you.